What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm LotusAsakura, the one never knows best, and today I was actually sitting around not really sure what I wanted to do for a video. I'm kind of in between a lot of things right now, and I'm juggling a lot of different games, but I didn't really know exactly what I felt like playing, and I was low-key thinking like maybe I just wouldn't upload a video today. However, as I was sitting here mulling things around in the old noodle, I was scrolling Twitter when I came across this. A tweet from somebody by the name of NightShifter96 or Salty Conqueror who said, #DBFZ, I made a quiz. Find out who your DBFZ mains are today and let me know what your results are. Remember, this is just for fun. Don't take the results too seriously. Now, I have no clue exactly what this is going to entail or how it's going to turn out. However, I figured it would be fun to go ahead and take the quiz, and I was like, I should do this for a video. So here we are with the quiz. Now, let's just jump right into things. Who is your DBFZ main 2023 all 44 characters? So maybe this is something that they'll update with time if there were to ever be more DLC coming to the game. Who knows? Anyway, welcome. Let's start off simple. What's your favorite color? Well, favorite color is actually black, if you guys didn't know. Growing up, it used to be blue, and yeah, I'd say black. Honestly, my favorite color changes depending on my mood, because like sometimes I'll say like maroon or burgundy, like a dark red. Sometimes I'm feeling more like pink or magenta, but I feel like black is the most consistent and constant for me, so that's what we're gonna go with. Next question, what's your favorite DBZ saga? Android Saga, easily. I mean, come on, Future Trunks, Android 17, Android 18, yeah. What's your favorite Dragon Ball movie out of the ones below? Fusion Reborn, Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan, Cool's Revenge, Bardock the Father of Goku, I don't normally consider a movie, I consider it a special. However, that's definitely up there. Resurrection F, Battle of Gods, Dragon Ball Super Broly, and Dragon Ball Super Hero. Also, let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit here. So this is tough. Fusion Reborn was definitely one of my favorites, if not my favorite for a long time growing up. Then we have Broly Legendary Super Saiyan. The OG Broly movies I actually never really was a big fan of, so definitely not that. Cool's Revenge is cool. It's really for me between Bardock and Super Broly. I'm such a big Bardock fanboy that I'm gonna pick Bardock the Father of Goku, even though it's a special and not a movie. But if we talking like actual movies and this was an option, it would probably be the Super Broly movie. I think Super Broly is the best Dragon Ball movie, but like we gonna go ahead and rock out with Bardock because it's an option. So what's your favorite DBS saga out of the ones below? Universe 6, come on now. What's your favorite Dragon Ball GT saga? We gonna go with Baby Saga because Super Saiyan 4s. And also Baby is one of the better villains in not just GT but all of Dragon Ball. As much as I love Super 17, it wasn't really that good of an arc. Super 17 is not that good of a villain. I just thought he was cool. Like he just looks really cool. But yeah. What is your favorite fusion? Gogeta Blue? Hell no. Vegito, Zamasu, Gogeta Red, Kefla, and Gotenks. When I was a kid, Gotenks was actually one of my favorite characters. I remember I used to draw pictures of Gotenks, not very good pictures, mind you, because I was a kid, but I used to draw pictures of Gotenks all the time. I thought it was really cool. And then as you get older, you realize Gotenks is actually pretty lame and is a waste of a lot of power and potential. And yeah, nevertheless, this really comes down to a couple of them, but it's Gogeta. I like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta way more than I like Vegito or Blue Gogeta. You guys know I've been very vocal about my disdain for Super Saiyan Blue. I think it's one of the worst transformations in Dragon Ball, but that's just me. Who are your favorite villains out of the ones below? Pick 3 max. Frieza, Super Buu, Kid Buu, Z Broly, Baby Cell, Zamasu, Cooler, and Janemba. Okay, if we gotta pick 3 max, I think Janemba goes up there off rip because Fusion Reborn, like I said, is one of my favorite movies, and Super Janemba is just he's hella dope. I already gave Baby credit for being one of the better villains in all of Dragon Ball, and then after that I think I gotta go Zamasu. I think those are honestly probably out of the ones listed my favorites. Like Kid Buu and Buu, I honestly think the Buu saga is probably the worst saga in the original Z, and I just don't like Buu that much. Frieza and Cell, obviously they're super iconic, and it almost feels blasphemous to not have them, like either one of those in like my top 3. Z Broly I've never been a big fan of. Cool, I've never been a huge fan of. He's alright, but he's definitely not one of my favorites. But out of the 3 given, like I think Zamasu again is one of the better villains in all of Dragon Ball, and is definitely the best villain in Dragon Ball Super, and maybe the only villain if you kind of think about it in a way, because some of the other ones they're more so antagonists or whatever. But like the Zamasu / Goku Black stuff, obviously Future Trunk, come on. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to these 3. Go ahead. Wait, I didn't realize Android 21 is here. Ooh, hold on. I didn't even realize that. I didn't even, because it's bigger and like different. I was looking at these and oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I'll give it to 21 over Janemba. I'll give it to 21 over Janemba. Who are your favorite ex-villains / antagonists? Pick 3 max. Beerus, Piccolo, Tien, 17 and 18 for sure. S Broly, Vegeta. S Broly's really, really cool, but I think I gotta go Vegeta. I like S Broly a lot, but I think I gotta go Vegeta. Who's your most hated canon villain out of the ones below? Ooh. No. Wait, can I go back? Oh, wait. Okay, no, I can't. Cellmax. I think Cellmax sucks. I like the superhero movie. I would have liked it more if Cellmax was something else entirely and wasn't Cell, but that's just me. I get it. I understand the Gohan, the callback, nostalgia, throwback. It is Cell, but it isn't Cell. Like, it's cool. I get it, I guess, to some degree. I personally would have liked it more if Cellmax wasn't a thing. That's just me. You ain't got to like it or agree. It just is what it is. Moving on, do you find one-dimensionally evil villains who are great at making you hate them intriguing? I don't know if intriguing is the word, but I can appreciate them, right? Like, but I definitely like villains way more when there's some sort of motive or like history. You know what I'm saying? It's like there are some villains who are just evil for the sake of being evil, and that's okay, I guess. But a lot of times I don't particularly care for those. So I'm gonna say I just despise them. I prefer villains that have deep motives behind their evil actions. I think I'm gonna go with this option because I'm definitely somebody who appreciates villains a lot more, even if their motive may not be that great of ones. But when I think of like some of my favorite villains of all time, like, I don't put characters like Dio from JoJo at the top of my list, right? Like, Dio is just a jerk for the sake of being a jerk. Some of my favorite villains are like Hao from Shaman King, who's trying to become like the Shaman King and basically like the supreme being, or like, you know, Orochimaru, who's like one of the greatest villains and arguably the best villain in Naruto to me. He's just trying to become a master shinobi and learn every jutsu in the world. You know what I'm saying? He's just like, there is motive and reason behind what they're doing, as opposed to like, I'm just evil for the sake of being evil. And the same thing goes for like Kid Buu, right? Like, Kid Buu's just evil for the sake of being evil, and he's my least favorite villain in Dragon Ball. So, you know what I'm saying? Or at least in the original Z. If we're talking all of Dragon Ball, I'm sure there's characters I dislike more, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with the second option here. How about protagonists who are purely good? I like protagonists with unwavering good morals, or I prefer protagonists that have relatable moral problems they work through. I feel like, and I don't know if this is hypocritical or what you would say about it, but for me, I am much more accepting of the protagonist being a lot simpler, or not having as much like clear-cut motive, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, and you guys let me know if this makes sense or not. I feel like when you're a villain, there has to be a reason there, right? I feel like for most people and for most characters, you don't need a reason to be a good person or to want to do good. And obviously, if you're like a hero or something, when you're the protagonist, like eventually they're gonna find some sort of motive or what they're fighting for. They have these morals or these things that they believe in, right? But it can very simply just be like, you're doing a bad thing, I want to stop you from doing that bad thing, or like, I'm a good person, or I'm just a person who believes in doing the right thing, so I'm doing that, right? Whereas when you're a villain, it's like, nah, there's got to be a reason. Like, what drove you to do this? Like what happened in your past? Like, who corrupted you? Like, what trauma did you experience? Like, something had to happen to shape you this way, because I don't think most people, or maybe any people, are just born that way, right? So you could be simple as a protagonist. For me, I like protagonists with unfavorable morals. I prefer that relatable. I will say that I prefer protagonists that have relatable moral problems that they work through, because when I think of some of my favorite protagonists, the ones that mean the most to me are characters that I found relatable. Now it's Ananda from Fully Cooley, Yo Asakura from Shaman King, hence why I named myself Asakura after Yo in the first place. So we definitely gonna go with that option. Who's your favorite side character out of the ones below? Krillin, Ginyu, Videl, 16, Nappa, Yamcha, Roshi. This is really only between Krillin and Videl for me, and I'm gonna go with Krillin. Krillin's a true bro. Which are your favorite transformation scenes? Pick 4 max. Okay, we got a lot here. Okay, we got a lot of them here. Super Saiyan Goku, Super Vegeta, Super Saiyan 2 Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan Bardock, Super Saiyan God Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, Legendary Super Saiyan Z Broly, Legendary Super Saiyan S Broly, Super Vegito / Vegeta Blue, Super Gogeta / Gogeta Blue, Super Saiyan 4 for any character who had it. That's gotta be one of them for sure. Orange Piccolo, Ultimate Gohan / Beast Gohan, Perfect Cell, Final Form Golden Frieza, Cooler's Final Form, Legendary Super Saiyan Kefla, Ultra Instinct Goku, Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black. Honestly, I'm content with base forms. Okay, we can pick up to 4. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan has to be up there because Unmei no Hi, that song, the Tamashii Otama. Man, that song is probably my favorite song in Dragon Ball Z. That's one of my favorite songs in all of Dragon Ball. So that song alone elevates that scene to a whole other level for me. And even though like Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan isn't like one of my all-time like favorite characters or something like that, like the Android Saga is gas. Teen Gohan is really cool. That transformation is dope. The music, just the memories, the nostalgia, the vibes. That one's got to go up there for sure. you know I gotta pick Bardock. Super Saiyan 4's gotta be up there. So now it's really just like, out of all of these, what do I pick as my final one? Honestly, what I was hoping they had up here was Super Saiyan God Vegeta, because when when Vegeta goes Super Saiyan God against S Broly in the Super Broly movie, I think that's one of the coldest transformation scenes in all of Dragon Ball, with the camera spinning around. And oh man, you fly, and it's just the animation, the art, man, come on. So I'm actually kind of disappointed that was up there. So let me go ahead and look. Super Saiyan 3 is iconic. Super Saiyan 1's iconic. Super Vegeta, we kind of nah. Super Saiyan God Goku's kind of I don't like blue. Original Legendary Super Saiyan and S Broly is no blue, no blue, no. Honestly, I might go with Rose, because when I ain't gonna lie, when Goku Black turned up with the pink hair, I was like, yo, that shit kind of clean. No, I ain't gonna lie. And like, I understand, like, Rose is just blue, but pink is a way better color than blue. I'm just not gonna hold you. Like, it just is what it is. But I feel like low-key that first time Goku went Super Saiyan, when I was a kid, Super Saiyan 3 definitely would have been up there. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it to I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Rose. I like the color pink a lot. Which of the following best describes you as a person? I'm calm and gentle. I'm energetic and sociable. Not that one. I might be kind of energetic in these videos, but the version of me you seeing on YouTube is the most energetic version of me. I'm cool and going with the flow. Probably that one. I'm serious and focused, or that. Secretive and a bit of a loner. Okay, I feel like all of these apply to me. Giggly and dorky. I'm wise and well informed. I'm a bit of a cocky bastard sometimes. I mean, like, only when I play fighting games occasionally, but I just feel like that's a lot of people. A freak of nature, I just be vibing. I'm always raring to go, constantly doing things. I'm gonna go with cool and going with the flow, because I like, literally my life's motto is it'll work out. You know what I'm saying? So how do you handle losing / failing at something? I don't mind it as long as I learned where I messed up. Next time will go better. I'm disappointed, but I get over it quick. Both of those. I beat myself up over it sometimes. I tend to find something / someone else to blame at first. I try again and again until I find success, even if it's been hours. Oh, well, that sucks. Time to move on with my day. I feel like all of these apply to me except for this one. But I mean, but even then, like, there are definitely times where it's like you want to initially point the blame at someone else, and it takes you a moment to like, nah, that was my fault, or this is the reason. You know what I'm saying? So, in a sense, these could all apply to me, and I feel like these all apply to most people. Also, I don't know what the hell this got to do with my DBFZ main, but okay. I'm gonna go ahead and go with I try again until I find success, even if it's been hours. I feel like I'm really stubborn in that way sometimes, where if I fail at something, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna keep running it back until I get it figured out, until I get it down pat. How about winning? I'm really happy with myself for it. I rub it in everyone's faces because I'm just the best. Feels nice, but I try not to make a big deal out of it. I hope I didn't hurt my competition, and I could have still done better. I'm definitely I could have done better type of nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Which is your favorite Dragon Ball series as a whole? The original one. I don't even have the original. Do you want to play a hero or a villain / antagonist? It doesn't really matter to me, but if I think about it, most of my favorite characters are heroes, I guess, even though most of them were at one point villains. But villains are usually cooler, but let's go with the villains. I don't care. Now it's time to ask some gameplay related questions. What archetype do you lean most towards out of the ones below? Relentless, Rushdown, Zoner, All-Rounder, Glass Cannon, Defensive Wall, Install Character, Resource Intensive, Neutral Bully, Mixed Machine, Grappler, Don't Really Care / Any is fine. I feel like this is one of those ones where I would like have the ability to pick multiple options. But what I have learned about myself is that I tend to gravitate towards characters that have strong neutral tools. I do value characters with movement options and like good neutral. I mean, you think about the fact that I play Trunks, strong neutral movement options with his flips like Ramlethal, and Guilty Gear, like big buttons, great screen coverage. I also really just value mobility in terms of like, I hate playing slow characters. So I feel like I kind of want to lean towards this. I also care about mix a lot as well. And pretty much every character that I play I can think of is really good at mix-ups, whether that's Hwoarang in Tekken, or Kunimitsu, or Trunks, or Base Vegeta, or Bardock, even though Bardock had a point where he had no mix and he's back at the mix again. So I feel like the two that matter the most are probably these two. But I'm gonna go with Neutral Bully. I guess it's because there definitely have been times where like I pick a character even though they don't have good mix, because I just like their pressure or their neutral, and they're just fun to play, whatever. Which could also just be All-Rounder or Relentless Rushdown. We're gonna go with Neutral Bully. I don't feel like that's like that one by itself accurately describes me overall, but it might be the closest one. I like spending a lot of time in training mode. Yes, I love labbing, especially combos. And honestly, I'm somebody who learns more by just playing. I even though I spend my fair share amount in training mode, I'm definitely the type of person who spends more time figuring things out as I go along in game. Would you prefer that your character is easy to play? I don't mind a little bit of complexity, just nothing too crazy. And even though, because I'm definitely the type of player that, like, especially if it's like a new game, I don't want to play the super difficult character, the technical character off rip. Even though a lot of the characters I end up wanting to play or like in games end up being technical, I definitely will be like, okay, maybe I'll go ahead and learn them later, and I'll play the easier character for now. It's like, I don't mind a bit of complexity, but if there's definitely characters that I shy away from just because they're too hard. Like, I don't play Mishimas in Tekken, even though I think they're really cool, because I can't do electrics. I don't have the execution, and too technical for me. What do you value most? Big damage, great screen control, mind games, cursed mix-ups, strong defense. I'm not sure yet. And I guess out of these, like, great screen control sounds more like it's aligned, like in line with the whole neutral thing. But also when I think of screen control, I think of like the zoning and stuff like that, which I'm not really huge on. Damage obviously matters. Mind games I'm not too big on. Defense is not normally the thing I'm the most concerned about. So I'm kind of going to gravitate towards mix-ups out of these options, even though that might not be in line with the earlier question where I could have picked mix-ups over neutral, but it just is what it is. How do you want to make your opponents feel? I'd hope they're having as much fun as I am. I want them to be terrified. Yes, I find it hilarious if they got salty, and I want them to be overconfident so I can shatter their expectations. I want them to be horrified. I want them to be scared shitless when they're fighting me. You want to play meta characters? I don't really care. I just pick who's cool. Yeah, and granted, I had a rant about this in my recent video with Obi Assassin, which, by the way, if you haven't seen, will be linked as a card at the end of this video or whatever. But yeah, like I'm somebody who in the past would have preferred to not play a top tier character because they are top tier. I'm now somebody who believes that that is a very silly, very dumb mindset to have, and you should play a character regardless of the tier that they are if you think they're cool or fun to play. So for me, it's like, I'm just going to pick whoever I think is the coolest, whether that's the best character in the game or the worst character in the game. And sometimes it's either one of those. You want to play fast or slow? Fast. I hate playing slow. I don't like playing slow characters. You want to be able to go unga boom with your character? Yeah, y'all know me. Sleep. Wait, how much do you grind your video games? Sleep outside? Those are just, sleep outside? Those words are just dreamed by the delusional, enough to get by. I avoid it whenever possible, too much of a chore. I'm feeling enough to get by. Does the idea of playing around with cool gimmicks unique to your character appeal to you? To some degree it does. I don't like to delve too far into gimmicky stuff because they are in fact gimmicks, and when those gimmicks get figured out, you have to go back to your fundamentals, and if your fundamentals aren't good, you just get smoked. I also am the type of player who like gets annoyed when I get caught by gimmicks, and I get mad at myself for falling for it, and I try my best to like figure it out and whatever, but it's like, I'd rather stick to what's reliable. I don't mind like incorporating it into my play, but I think between these two options, I'm gonna go ahead and stick with the fundamentals, you feel me? And do you want a character with impressive comeback potential? I'd love to rob people in broad daylight. Why not? It happens to me all the time, and I like to do it right back. And finally, who do you hope to get pick 3 max? I mean, there's a lot of characters in here I play at this point, right? Well, first and foremost, where's Trunks? You guys know Trunks has got to be one of the options, which I'm sure he's going to end up being one of the characters that gets said for me anyway. We'll go Bardock. And do I just pick my classic 18 Bardock Trunks team? Do I just pick those 3 characters? I mean, obviously, like, I wouldn't be mad at Vegeta, Goku Black, Android 21, whether it's the good one or Lab Coat. Like, there's obviously a ton of characters in here I love, but we'll just go with the classic, bro. We'll go with the classic. Your DBFZ main is Goku Black. Oh, does it only say 1? I thought it would give you a whole team. But apparently my Dragon Ball FighterZ main is Goku Black. You are the rebellious god who took the mortal sins upon himself to purify the world, Goku Black. What better mortal to seal the body of than the strongest one around? In a dark twist of fate, this Goku is hell-bent on eradicating all life, and he has every tool necessary for it. You appreciate simple, intuitive characters that still exude style, and you want to be flexible. Goku Black can switch from hanging back to strategize to closing the gap at a moment's notice, and once he's in his victim's face, they'd best prepare for lots of mind games and highly rewarding mix-ups that their feeble mind cannot comprehend. I don't really know if that's Goku Black necessarily, but I mean, he do it a lot more now than he used to. Even an almighty god such as Black values having allies by his side. The character excels at enabling his teammates and boasts a meta assist while benefiting greatly from assists himself. He can work basically any way you put him, weaponize your pain and anger to erase those who dare defy you. So it looks like, okay, so the number one pick that I got was Goku Black, but tied for that was actually Base Vegeta, who also would have been a great one for me. You guys know Base Vegeta, one of my most played, one of my favorite, one of my best characters. But right, Piccolo is also up there, 18, Bardock, Kef. Okay, so out of the top 5, what is it? 4 of them are characters that I actually do play and would even call mains at some point. Piccolo is the only one who's odd one out, which honestly, I like everything that Piccolo does for the most part. I just never been a big fan of like Piccolo's normals, and I'm just not a huge Piccolo fan itself, like of Piccolo, the character himself, like just in Dragon Ball. I don't dislike Piccolo at all. He's just never been like one of my favorites. But I mean, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. I don't understand this part necessarily. Result totals tap to view. Is this saying that like most people end up getting Adult Gohan as their answer, or I'm not sure. Oh, I think I just lost my results, but that's I guess that's where we end things off. I didn't mean to do that, but it is what it is. Looks like I'm a Goku Black main or Base Vegeta, which, you know, I've been playing both those characters. Actually, in some of my recent videos that I've been uploading of me playing DBFZ during the rollback beta, I was playing Goku Black and Base Vegeta. Those were my 2-point characters. That's Bardock and Trunks with Base Vegeta, Goku Black, well, and Android 18. So, you know what I'm saying? It was me swapping back between Base Vegeta and Goku Black. So, hey, it's not too far off. It's not too far off at all. You know what I'm saying? I think that was pretty good. Link to this quiz will be in the description down below if you want to check it out and try it out for yourself. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already so you can stay tuned for all the content I'll bring you. With all that being said, this is pretty much off today. And remember, this can happen to you from the back. Later.